Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Hey, Lace, Annette, Alicia. How you all doing? I thought I would try to do a little bit of an earlier, just to see, get people different parts of the world, different time zones. I meant to get on at 1 this afternoon, but it's now 5. Still a couple hours early, several hours early than what I would normally. So we just thought we'd just try it for a bit. Hi, Sherry. How are you? And I'll put up the links here. There we go. Welcome, welcome, Sherry. Hello, Annette. How you guys all doing? Keep 'em warm. You're my part of the world. You're trying. Of course, my backyard, I have a whole different. I've got my own little ecosystem in my own backyard. I'm covered and protected by woods on 3 sides of the property, and it's just the front out here that faces the main road that's exposed. So, and the sun rises in the east right here in front of me, and then it makes its way, dances across the sky all afternoon. So I've got a southern sky all day. The sun beats in here all day. This morning, it wasn't even dinner time. This morning, I opened my front door. I had a coffee in my hand. I'm just wearing my jammy bottoms, and just a t-shirt, short sleeve t-shirt. I sat down. I didn't put my deck chair away this winter. I felt I wouldn't have to. So far, I've been right, knock on wood. And I sat there and drank my coffee, and I was warm. Now, Environment Canada weather was claiming it was +1 in my backyard. I've got my own little weather thing here, and it was +13. That's like springtime weather. I couldn't believe it. It was beautiful. I'm just like, oh, a taste of spring, a taste of spring. Hey, Sherry. Oh, yes, I know Minnesota can be cold too, but back in October, back in October, um, I seen the predictions coming out through Farmer's Almanac, and I went, bull crap in my backyard, kind of thing. They described the coming winter this year of everywhere, and everybody was going to get it. Just relentless snowstorms, huge amounts. We'd be digging out for months on, like it was a nightmare, a snowmageddon for everybody. And I said, no, I want an open winter, and I'm going to focus on an open winter. And here we are. We're January the 31st, coming into February now. We've had one snowstorm. I think that I'm kind of batting that out of the park a little bit. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's been a success so far. Umbrella, extra careful. Oh, that's a little chilly in that. Lace, that's funny. That's funny as hell. Yes, I know you meant live in Texas, yes. I don't know, I'm that good. When it comes to stuff like this, and I'm just like, wow. It worked. Our last, I would say 7 winters have not been kind. Although the last couple of winters, we had more freezing rain than we had snow. There hasn't been anything. There hasn't been anything really. We had one evening of rain. I think it was Sunday night. I'm not sure now. And that one snowstorm. Other than that, we haven't had any form of precipitation, whatever. The storm that came in, but the temperature has been low enough. The snow is slowly melting off still from that storm, but it is getting down. My walkway is wide open, and there's no snow on it anymore. You can walk freely. What we need is a nice night or day with some fog. Fog's almost like an acid. When it hits the snow, it eats it. It eats it. If we get warm enough temperatures along with fog, we could get up tomorrow and most of the snow would be completely gone. Any predictions? I get asked that every year, and I remember last year somebody asked me, was it last year? Somebody asked me, I can't remember what was going on in January of last year. I'm trying to, whatever it was, I said I wouldn't even dare. I'm too afraid to. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the epidemic that's going on in China right now, they'll get, it's going to be another replay of Ebola, where they finally caught up with it. The science, the medical staff, and they got a grip. They basically got a grip on the Ebola outbreak. You remember that? But there's still people suffering with it. It's not. They said it would be years before they could completely harness it back where it needed to be, which is lockdown kind of thing, where nobody's going to ever let it out again. I think that this coronavirus is going to be the same way, but I think it's going to have a different impact and a bigger impact, because of the science right now is studying how did this even come to be, how did it come to pass, how would humans pick up something like this, where did it come from? And some people are going, oh, it's the animals. I read something on Facebook, people throwing their dogs and cats off of tall buildings and stuff to kill them because they see them as this disease carrier. It's not that at all. The actual footage that has been shown, and I just glanced and went, no, because I get impressed upon real easy that way. I see something really nasty, it'll haunt my head for a long time. But in saying that, they're showing videos of people eating live mice, dipping it in the things, squirming around live like that, dipping it and eating it whole while it's alive. Bats are another one. They do the same thing. They eat it while it's still alive. The science is saying these animals, yes, that's probably the sources right there. It's the meat that they're eating. They're eating raw meat. And it's still alive and kicking. We can only mess around with Mother Nature so much, and she bites back, and that's what she's doing, is biting back, I do believe. Oh, is that right, Denise? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my hair has gotten, yeah, it is. I'm due for another trim. I don't know. I'm older now. I used to let it go till it was, down to here, right? I don't know if that's, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that anymore. I kind of like the clean look of having a decent trim, but it's growing out. You're right, it's growing out. So, um, well, what this is for, this is what we call mini readings, and the way I do it, and I know there's some other readers that are doing it now as well. I've been doing it since June, I think I started doing them. And I noticed some of the other readers and other channels, they put a value on their cards. They'll say $5, $20, whatever. I don't do that. I'm not here to rip anybody off. I'm just here trying to keep the wolf away from the door. I got a great big fat power bill this year. I'm still mad about it. I'm like, that's going to hurt to pay that. So I've got to, this is like my little part-time thing, right? So all the money goes into keeping my phone. My house, I don't have a cell phone. I've got a house phone, a landline, and my internet. And it's $193 a month plus change. That in itself, do you know what I'm saying? Doing this helps me to pay and keep myself afloat. I am not going to ever get rich from it. But in saying that, how I run this is a mini readings. So if somebody has one question and they would like some help with one question, some answers, some direction, some insight. So you, the one single person, you decide what you think that would be worth to you. So I'm not doing 25 cents and fit. No, I won't even acknowledge your name. If I see something like that, I won't. Seriously, I get the lowest $2, and the highest one I've ever had was $65 for one question. I have another regular that comes in, and she donates $50 every time. A lot of them are 5, 10, and 20. So it's whatever you think it's worth. So I already put the link up, and here I'll do it again. Let's see here. Yeah, that is just gross. Huh. Yeah. I've thought about it, and I've just not looked into it, Lace. I've thought about it, though. I kind of peeked in once. Do you know what I mean? So if you're within Canada, with where I am located, you're within the country of Canada, you can use my email and do a direct e-transfer from yours to mine, right? E-transfers don't cross borders. So if you're anywhere outside of Canada, anywhere on the globe, and I mean anywhere, and you want to get a card read, make your donation to PayPal. You do not need to have a membership to PayPal to send money. The only time you need a membership is when you're receiving money. So, like I do, I rarely use mine to put anything out of that. It always gets transferred into my bank account where it becomes real money that I can actually get my hands on and I can work with. So it's just that I've got gifts and I share my gifts. And for those in Canada, having this end of the country anyways, especially in New Brunswick, because Nova Scotia, province of Nova Scotia is right across the bay. And they're getting hit with a big whoop-ass snowstorm this weekend, high winds, ton of snow. We're getting nothing. If we get anything, we might get some scattered flurries. That'll be it. But in my neck of the woods, you're welcome. If you're a hater of winter, you're welcome. If you look to go to the ski mountain, Poly Mountain, snowmobiling, snowshoeing, whatever, I'm sorry. All right? That's the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. It's cruel. You're right, it's cruel. You're right. There's no two ways about it. There's other things, too, so that go on with that as well. Somebody's in one piece that I read, they said they actually will torture an animal first. It gives them virility when they eat it, if they torture it first. See, it's good to be worldly, and it's good to be out there in the world, and it's good to be the type of person who wants to absorb as much knowledge as possible. If you can use a sieve, right? and let that garbage fall through so you don't have to deal with it. I get affected by it just by viewing it. Um, I'll read the first line or two and see where it's going. Nope, that's not. I don't want to know. I don't want to know because it really impacts me. It haunts me. It stays with me. I've got stuff that I seen online 10 years ago, and that still comes back to haunt me. What I saw, I couldn't believe it was real. It was just unbelievable. It was horrible. And that still bothers me, you know, to this day. Every now and again, it floats back in. I go, no, get it out of my head. Think of something else. Science has proven we can only formulate one single thought at a time. So if you can refocus yourself on something, it pushes that away. It's a good mantra to live by, actually. People are weird. You're telling me. Your son lives in Canada, in Montreal. Montreal. Viva la Montreal. Yes. I've never been. I've had a lot of people tell me that have met me ever since I was like 18 and 19. You're from Montreal, aren't you? No, I've never been there. Really? You look like a Montrealer. You really look like somebody from Montreal. Oh my God, can't believe you're from Montreal. You know, you're not from Montreal. And I'd say, no, I'm not. You know, I've never been there. But I always thought if I ever won like a decent sized lottery or come into some money, that I've never flown before either. I've had a lot of life experiences, but not those kinds of things. But I thought if I ever come into any real sum of healthy money, I'd get on a plane, I'd fly to Montreal, stay a weekend, get a nice hotel, and go shopping because I know people that shop in Montreal. They go twice a year. Once getting ready for fall and winter, they're always stylish, they're always dressed and put together. And then come a spring and summer, they go back to Montreal and they spend, well, they're people of money, so they spend whatever they want, you know. Hello, Letitia. Oh, thank you. Huh. He loves the cold weather. Oh my goodness. And you live in Las Vegas where it never snows. Oh my goodness. Bluff, I'm going to send you a little few flurries there. You keep your eye out. You like to shop? Yeah, I don't. I don't. I like to browse. I like to people watch. Um, Say you and I, Denise, go to Montreal and you just say, I'm out of here. And I'm like, where's the nearest cafe? So I want a sidewalk cafe. And I'll have as much fun sitting there, sipping a coffee and something with it, and people watching, just watching everything, as you will have spending your money and getting some really cool clothes, you know, because I've got no patience. When I was thinner, it was different. I lost a lot of weight at one time. I was down to a 27 waist, and I was, you know, working out, doing the whole thing. I was a little hard body, right? This was after having a couple of kids, right? Um, and I found that was easier. I could throw anything on it fit properly. There was none of this fussing and mussing and do this with it. I would just like it was so easy. I wasted no more time. I'd get up, throw on a t-shirt, pair of jeans, good to go. You know, and when you get bigger, it's no fun shopping. It's just no fun. The stuff that'll fit me around the waist is that big on my legs. Like one leg would be that wide because I carry all my weight right here in the middle. I just despise it. I didn't, you know, we were told as girls, you pull your tummy in, you suck that tummy in, you never let it out ever, ever. So I'm surprised I even have anything there because I spent the first 30 some years of my life always kind of like having that proper posture and whatnot. Maybe that could be it, Lace. It could be. But I really like the people, but I don't ever want anyone to catch me watching them. I'm not judging. I'm just amazed and fascinated, you know. Because sometimes if you look at someone long enough, like maybe a little old lady sitting on a bench in the middle of shopping, do you know what I mean? I mean old, and if you watch her long enough, you do. You see the humanity. You see someone's humanity. That starts to come forward. But I always like try. I'd be very subtle about it. You know, just pretend I'm just kind of like looking around, and preferably, I can't put it in the right word. You know what I mean? My side vision. I'll see if their head is up, if it's down, if they've caught my interest in that way. So, and then I find myself wondering about them. Where do they live? How do they live? What's their life? What's their everyday life like? Do they have pets? Do they have a family? You know, you think of all these things, right? uh, yes, that's right. I look away real quick. Holding the tummy in, you're 57 now. Yeah, I just turned 60 in July. That went by. It just seems like a month ago to me. I know it's not. And no one tells you. Between 59 and 60, I don't know, maybe I never noticed it. There's things that you'll go through when you turn 60 that nobody talks about. Until you start to talk about it, and other women same age as you are going, yep, that sounds just like me. But nobody talks about it. Things like between the age of 50, because at 59, when I turned 59, I did not have crepey skin. And now my arms, all I got to do is do this, and you can see the crepey skin coming. I said, nobody told me that was going to happen in a year. Other things are what's going on up here and what's going on with your spirit as well. You know, they say that men go through midlife crisis. Women go through menopause and whatnot. But there's something about a woman that's dedicated her whole life to having a family, having a mate, having children, working on top of that. It's always give, 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 give. When a woman turns 60, if you've been that type of one with that kind of a life and a history in a past, very rewarding, very beautiful, very rich, the thing is, you realize I'm 60. If I'm super lucky, I'll live to be 80. That's only 20 more years. What the F? No. No more. This is for me. Things I've been wanting to do for years I've never been able to do. Things that took time, that took investment of me. Never had any of that. Now I do. From here on out, it's for me. From here on out, I'm going to treat myself like I'm my own child, my own special thing. You know what? There's something that just... with me, it just snapped like this. So, yeah. Three to four small meals a day. Lots of water. Yeah. You just turned 64, did you, Denise? Okay. Happy birthday. A little belated. Yeah. Yes, I agree with that. That menopause does do that. I really didn't. I went through, I stopped. My menses stopped in my early 40s. I haven't had one since. So it's been, almost 20 years since I've had menses, and it is like that's the way we were brought up. You suck that belly in. You don't let your belly hang out. It looks awful. Just put your shoulders back and down. Come on now and suck your belly in. And of course, when you looked at yourself in a full-length mirror, you did look better doing these things. But man, you get tired of it after a while, Coconut oil for wrinkles, yeah. Yeah. It is. It's do what you want. It really is truly do what you want. You're right about that. Absolutely right. But I know something changed in me. And the night on my birthday in the evening, my friend and I, Linda, we had gone to Grand Manan Island. I'd never set foot on it before. I think she did, but I didn't. Anyways, when we got back at the end of the day, we went across my cove. Because you drive right up, there's the beach. It's a shoreline. It's not really a beach. It's a shoreline. There's an island over there. My side of the cove is the good one. We got sandy beach, and the waves come in and bang. But that night of my birthday, July the 10th, and we went over there, and we had a nice fresh cup of Timmy's coffee. We went and got that first, and we put out two launchers, the ones you sit up in, and we had some fireworks. That was fun. She had brought, I didn't know, it was a surprise for me, setting fireworks off on the beach over the cove. That was my birthday present, one of them. And I don't know, it was the best part of the day. It's just her and I, and we have the same likes. We enjoy the same things. And just sitting there watching the sun go down, just watching the sky change colors. And the tide was more or less almost in all the way, very, very smooth, very mirror-like. And I remember at one part I got up and I took a walk down by the water. And when I did, she was filming me. It's a beautiful video. She was filming me, and she's talking, and she said, I asked her today, how's it feel to be 60? And she says, I don't feel 60, I feel 42. And I remember that, you know? So that was fun. But there was something that did change within me for the better of me, really, you know, for the better of me. You know, I read because I want to, because I'm able to now. It's taken a lot of years of investments as well, investing of myself, time, this sort of a thing. Okay, so we've got somebody, let's see who we've got. We've got a reading here. Thank you. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is from Catherine. Hi, Catherine. Let me take a peek and let me see if you did leave your question. Oh, really? All righty. Catherine says she wants one card pulled from the Oracle of Mermaids. It's basically a love deck, love and romance. It's philosophical as well, and it's about, I don't know, what's going on inside of you and how to improve these things inside. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. You're here, right, Catherine? There you are. There she is. Yeah. We do know who we are, Denise. I agree with that. Completely with you. I completely agree with that. We know who we are. You know, I do what I want now. I don't have anybody to answer to but my children, and they're grown young men. They've got their own lives, but I don't have anybody to answer to. And for me, that's huge. It's huge. If all the people, if I could get them all together and show them what my life is like, they wouldn't have tried to maybe keep me under their thumb or control me in any way, shape, or form. Because what I want to do is really nothing. I want to enjoy nature. That's my number one goal. It's just enjoying nature. I don't have any grand dreams of traveling, flying, cruises. I have an adventurous spirit, but there's a limit on how far I go. And this is for Catherine. This is for a Valentine's reading for Catherine Cross. This is for Catherine. This is a Valentine's reading for Catherine. One more, and then I'm going to cut the deck for you, Catherine, and see what comes up. These are nice cards. The artistry is beautiful. Whoever wrote them, though, they're hard to read. When you've got a paragraph, it's 8-9 lines long, and it's all one sentence. The whole thing. Easier to read to yourself rather than read out loud. All right, Catherine, I'm going to cut the deck right here for you. Oh, wow. Uh-huh. We got the card of Atlantis. Rapid development, excellence, success. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. All right. Let me look it up. What card is that? 19? Yes, 19. All right. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. All right. There's a lot on each card. It's at least 2 to 3 pages for each card, but I don't sit and read. I don't read all that. These aren't even broken in yet. They're still new. All right, here we go, Catherine. A feeling of connection to crystals, to sea creatures, to being able to heal and work with people telepathically. An urgent desire to do something more meaningful with your life. You're just talking about this. Past life memories as an Atlantean, that's you, or even a dolphin, a dugong, or other sea creature surfacing, learning to swim, learning to dive, mermaid, scuba dive, and a desire to be beneath the waves. Connection to ancient sacred sites, feelings of bliss, feelings of connection, and higher powers and abilities being returned to you. A sense of being at one with the angels, animals, wizards, and all. A wonderful variety of beings in your life who have so much in common with you. Greater powers of communication, less fear and feeling. You have great abilities and fearlessly are exploring them, perhaps for the first time in this lifetime. Not being so concerned with making a mistake anymore. It's like, okay, so what if I flub it up? You're not going to let that stop you. You'll survive. You'll get through it. But you won't make the same mistake twice because you're a smart cookie. The sharpening of abilities, an appreciation of science, the desire to experiment and develop abilities, the astonishment of seeing how quickly that you can advance. Flow, high vibrations, sophistications, logic, and brilliance are all going to be highlighted for you. Let me pull Lilith for you, Catherine. Let's pull Lilith and see what she's got to say. All right, if we got any activity going on for Valentine's Day for you. Let's see. Because that really didn't address a relationship. It's more about you, basically. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Daisy. I got to put the camera down. Okay, this is for Catherine Cross, still within the parameters of her one card reading. Lilith, she wanted a card for Valentine's Day. So our questioning will be directed towards love and romance, intimacy. So what's going to happen for Catherine here? Is Catherine going to get to experience some kind of, well, just say romance through Valentine's Day? Okay. You're going to experience something. Something may touch you, move you, make your heart swell. You won't come out unscathed. I mean that in a loving way. You will not come out unscathed. Is Catherine going to maybe meet somebody new? Is that possible for Catherine? She's saying yes. So there's new love coming into Catherine's life. She's saying yes, like an itch. Okay. So there's somebody new coming into Catherine's life. Is that, and this, I moved, sorry. Is this going to be, you mean no? I said I'm sorry and you said no. Come on now. Don't mess with love. Get in the way of it. This person, this new love coming into Catherine's life, is this somebody by chance that she may already know of? She may know their name, may know who they are. Is there that possibility? There is. So it's somebody she's already aware of. Okay. Can we get the first initial of the first name? The new love coming into Catherine's life. Does their name begin with the letter A? The first name begin with the letter A? No. No. The letter B? The letter C? The letter D? The letter E? The letter F? The new love coming into her life, what is the first letter of their first name? The letter G? The letter H? Does it begin with the letter I? Does it begin with the letter J? H-I-J, yeah. The letter K? Does their name begin with the letter L? Does their first name begin? She's awfully wound and active here for this. I don't know what she's doing. The letter M. Would their name begin with the letter M? The letter N. We're getting close. I can feel it. Does their name begin with the letter N? O. P. There it is. I knew we were almost on to letter P. So their name begins with the letter P. Now, when is this encounter for Catherine going to happen? Can we get a ballpark time, please? Is she going to meet up with this new romance within the next 4 weeks? Can it happen sooner than that? The next 3 weeks? The next 2 weeks? 3 weeks it is. Within 3 weeks. There you go, Catherine. There you go. Hi, Dina. Welcome, welcome. So there you go, Catherine. Not bad. Not bad at all. It tells you, Biza, Biza, Biza. There we go. You'll have to come back and let us know in a couple of weeks. You're going to have to come back and let us know. Actually, that is right around Valentine's Day. What did Lilith say? 3 weeks? And oh my gosh, I mean, it's on the 14th, right, of February, so we're looking at a couple of weeks here. Anyway, you're welcome, Catherine. You're more than welcome. But the Atlantis card, that kind of like blew me. We're just talking about that, you know? Feeding yourself, taking care of yourself first. It's not selfish at all either. Some people say, oh, I couldn't do that. I would feel like I'm selfish or self-centered. No, you're a better person that way. Therefore, you're more valuable to the people in your life. Have fun with that, Catherine. Do you know anybody named, I'm hearing Paul, but that's a given because of the P. But do you know any men that their first name begins with the letter P? Is there anybody in your mind that you may be thinking of? Maybe. Keep an open mind. That's all you need to do. You just need to keep an open mind. So, yeah. Boys, oh boys, the daytime's even slower. At least today is. Well, it's Friday. A lot of people don't go right home after work on Friday, or they go out Friday evenings. We're in that time of night. It's 5:59 actually here. Almost 6 o'clock, and it's just getting dark now. Finally. Yeah. The days are getting longer, and that's nice too. Let's see. You may be the only reading I do. You could be the only one that I do. Wouldn't be something? Because I'm not going to sit here for 3 hours. I mean, I got other things I could do, like cooking supper. I never made supper yet, so. Hello, Kim. How are you? How's the day finding you, Kim? And the coming of spring, yes. You just got home. Oh my goodness, I don't know, Dina. I couldn't help you out. I can't see what it is, that you're doing or anything, so. I'm not doing too bad. I thought I'd get on a little early. It's Friday. I just want to cuddle up with my fur baby, and watch TV. So I thought I'd get on a little bit early and, up to making money whenever I can. I may show up later tonight again, too. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see how the evening goes. How are you doing? Did you follow through with that issue? I'm wondering. I've been wondering about it. Good. I'll know when it went through. Oh, wait, Dina. This might be, I was going to say, I'll know when it went through because it goes right, I get the ping, you know. Let me see here. Yes. Okay, let me go into my list. I got to refresh my page. Okay. And cross again. Okay, let's see. You want a general pull from the main deck? No problem. And here we go. Let's get the shuffle up again for Catherine. Just wants a general card. Well, I've been sick with inner ear infection or something. My balance gets off, and outside of that, it's been fairly quiet for me. You know, the world in general, I'm trying to not feed into all the crap. I don't know. We're sitting here in Canada, and I feel like we're surrounded. I do. You know, we got deadly pandemic, you know, disease going on one side and political unrest in the other. We got our own crap we're dealing with here, but nothing compared on the world stage. No, not compared at all. So, but it's been quiet. I think you know that I was manifesting an open winter. We still only had one snowstorm. And Sunday, Nova Scotia's right across the bay. They're getting a really bad one. Bad snowstorm. So somebody asked me, they said, well, this was a couple weeks ago, and I said, look, there's nothing coming from that side. There's nothing coming in the south. I've got a huge wall up right down the middle of the Bay of Fundy between us and Nova Scotia. I did. I said that to somebody. I said, there's nothing coming. Stop wishing for snow because it's not going to happen. So a pattern has been set. Hello, Tito. Good, Kim. That's good. I was thinking that's what you should do, anonymously. I'm glad you did it. Let's hold our breath and hold our fingers, cross our fingers and our toes as something gets rectified. This is a general card for Catherine, please. What's coming to Catherine? What does she need to focus on, or where she needs to pay attention? What needs her attention? She needs some guidance and direction. I'm going to cut right here. I don't even care that they're fighting back with me. I'm cutting right here. Right there. There we go. Nice. You got the Chariot, is what you got, Catherine. Wow. Really, Kimberly? Wow. Maybe better. But anyways, Catherine, this is what you've got, and this is a card of high energy. It's a card of movement. It's a card of making things happen. There's no more yak, and everybody just talks about it, even maybe yourself. You've been talking and talking and talking. Boom. The brakes are on. No more talking. It's time to get off that ride and start walking. Walk your talk. This is a time for action. This is not a card of emotional sensitivity either, so you have to watch where you go. You have to watch your speed. You can't be these are metaphors, elbowing and knocking people over on this fast path to where you want to go. You have to remember here where you come from. You have to remember how you got to that point. You have to remember everything that's brought you up to that. And you don't get there alone. There's always others involved. So you need to remember that. But this is a card of very, very high energy rather than sensitivity. So we need to be a little more aware of our ego, kind of a thing. Bear with me. Let's see what else she's got here. He's got with this card. The message from the card is for you, Catherine, that is now is the time to make some real serious progress in your life. Travel is favored now, as are moves connected with work. The card is also a general sign that every aspect of your life is going to surge forward. However, balance is necessary, and you may need to treat people around you with care, as this is a card of energy rather than sensitivity. The card reveals that good timing and being aware of your own ego will be essential if you're to keep your show on the road. Another meaning of this card is you'll be acquiring a new car or some kind of a vehicle, a new vehicle coming soon. Advice: it's time to actively for you to move forward with your plans. Keep that ego in check though when you need to, and enjoy this time of power and time of motivation. Your keywords are journeys, determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. Great card for you, Catherine. You're getting the white flags, you're getting the green lights. It shows you moving ahead at a very good speed, making things happen. Now's the time to get that motivation behind whatever it is you're looking for, you're trying to head towards, and really fuel that. Feed the fuel. Keep putting in the fuel, but you're not talking anymore. Now you need extra fuel because you're actually taking action on the things that you want or plans that you may have. So there you go. That's just a great card. And the new vehicle, if you're not in the market for one or thinking it's time for one, maybe you're going to win one. I don't know, but it shows a new vehicle coming into you, acquiring a new vehicle or a car, either one. So yes, fantastic card. Also represents Cancer as well. So that's a nice thing. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. Yeah, okay. I tell you, Kim, I don't envy that being in that position, you know. But I've thought a lot about it. I've just like, I can't not think about it. So it is what it is, I guess. But you're doing the right thing. You've done the right thing. Oh no, I dropped some cards. Where did they go? They're all over the floor. Oh, crapola. And the dog's down there, so you know what he's going to do? Go right for them and get his big pointy teeth into them. I don't get him right up off the floor. Dropped a lot of them too. Shoot. Okay. I got them all. Oh, jeez. There we go. Now stay there. Oh, this is what you call a really slow reading. I'm not used to it being this slow. I think, because we're coming up, I'll give it 10 more minutes. And then I'm going to shut her down for now. And maybe I'll come back later on this evening or something. Because I could be cooking supper right now. I'm glad, though, Kimberly, that if there's going to be a backlash, you're not going to be present for it, right? You're not there anymore, or you're not going to be. Sure thing, Kim. But if you're not there anymore, then when the backlash will come, they're going to be looking to lay this on somebody, and and if you pop into this head is a possibility, too bad, you're gone. You did what you needed to do. You truly did. I got a hair hanging here somewhere, and I can't get it. Jeez. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Nova Scotia, right across the bay here. And they're getting storm warnings, high winds, and heavy snowfall. They're really going to get their butts kicked. If we get anything, we might, like I said, scattered flurries. That's going to be about it. So I'm telling you, I put a great big invisible wall right down the middle of the Bay of Fundy. There's nothing from there coming over here. But making predictions for 2020, the world overall, somebody had asked me that earlier and I started talking about it. I'd have to give it some thought. I told you what I thought of those two other things, the political unrest, pandemic and all this other stuff. Like I say, I think it's going to be like Ebola. They still haven't got that at 100%. They're still dealing with people from the Ebola breakout, which was how many years ago now? So yeah, I wish I could just sit and do that, but I got a life. I'm here for a reason, and this is the way it works. If you have a question, boys, I gotta tell you, if Satin did them for free, it would bring in just about every crazy out there. I'll tell you that. I seem to attract the weirdos. Hello, Leanne. How are you? I am doing them in the moment. I might come back later. Again, that's not a promise, but I'm here right now. So, but that's what I'm doing. Mini readings, yes. I think the regulars that sure thing. Thanks, Leanne. The regulars are going to be looking tonight going, what's this? What do you mean? She was on already? What the? Because they get the same people in pretty much every night, and then all the new people come in too. But, they're used to seeing me anywhere between from 7 to 8 in about there. I pop in, not every single night, but I get there. So I'll tell you one thing about 2020 so far, it's not been boring. World events, countries wanting to go to war, just crazy stuff. Just, I don't know. Thank you, Tito. No problem at all. No problem at all. Subscribe to Bay of Fundy Fortune. Subscribe to the channel and click that little bell for notifications. And that way, you can just come in and sit back and watch if you want. It doesn't matter to me. If you want to be present, just kind of take it in. That's always good too. But you make sure you're getting the notifications that when Bay of Fundy Fortunes goes live, you'll see that. Or if I got to start working on the February readings. I'll have 12 of those to do. I'm not sure what format I'm going to use to do them in. But you get notified of that as well, so you don't miss any. All right, so we've got somebody here has a burning question. We've got two that have burning questions. Let's see here. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Kimberly and then Leanne. So don't go anywhere, Leanne. Doing Kimberly and then Leanne. Okay. Kimberly's question. Heart doctor thinks it's a sarcoid in the heart. I have to go back to get a PET scan. Will it show sarcoid? It will. They have to go into my chest for a biopsy. Okay. All right. Sarcoid within the heart. I'm not sure what that is. All right. Let's see. All righty. Pop out. This is for Kimberly Lovejoy concerning her health, her heart, sarcoid in her heart. And I really, honestly, I won't pretend to know something I don't. I've never heard of it. And she's going to be getting a PET scan, and I don't even know what PET stands for. I'm feeling stupid here. Usually pretty good at medical terminology, but these are two things I've never heard of. But she's going to get this, and will the PET scan show that she has sarcoid? Will the scan show the sarcoid? Or if it doesn't, are they going to have to do a biopsy in the chest, which is invasive? Is the PET scan going to show the sarcoid, or are they going to have to do a biopsy, an invasive procedure, and go in through her chest? Okay. Okay. I'm going to cut the deck right here. Oh, that's just too weird. Are you kidding me? You know what the prompt on this card is heartache. You got to be kidding me. Just hold on. Okay. Okay. Well, they're going to find the problem, be it sarcoid, probably not at 100%. I'm not feeling that 100%. But the very fact that you got this card, it's a Three of Swords, normally referred to as the heartbreak card of tarot. All right. In your case, that's not it. I'm getting that loud and clear. There's another message coming through for you with this card. It does have to do with your condition. Wow. It just shocks me. What was the one I had the other night? A little girl or a daughter, somebody's daughter, having ear surgery. They've been through 3 and we're about to go through 4. And was it going to fix them this time? Was it going to? And the card that I pulled for them was Angel of the Ocean, and her prompt is healing. So it happens. Okay. I'm just going to read you the generic and listen, okay, at the same time is what I'm going to do here. This 3 is the heartbreak card of tarot, but thankfully, hang on this one, okay? Thankfully, it is a minor arcana card. It's signifying a transient event that you will process and you will heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakups, affairs, disappointments. I would go with the major part, disappointment. The positive side of this card is that at least now you'll know exactly where you stand. You will see the truth. No more guessing. You're going to know. You're going to finally be able to put a name to whatever this is for you. The 3 can also signify stress symptoms sometimes, such as anxiety and fear. You'd have good reason. The anxiety, I don't know about the fear, but the anxiety, I could see you experiencing that. I mean, you did what you had to do. You did what was right, but I imagine that there's a lot of anxiety that goes with that. That was a big thing that you had to do. Feel the pain, see the truth of the matter. This situation has happened for a reason. Keywords are heartbreak and sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, breakups, and tears. There's no way that relationship, no, ignore all that, because here's what I'm getting. You know what you're going through, what I referred to without actually saying it out loud, and you said, yeah. That's where the heartbreak lies. That's where the words of heartbreak and sorrow, because you go through these emotions in a situation like this. A sense of betrayal overall, a sense of loss of innocence. There's tears and all of that. The part of your heartache comes from that. I'm going to ask Lilith for you, Kimberly, about the test. All right, we're going to go there right now. 3s are about high activity as well. We have to remember that. And in this case, we're going to also take on the 3 as a very powerful card, very elevated card. It usually indicates activity, stuff actually happening and moving. There's movement, there's stuff happening. It's not all in the head. It's not weighing in your mind. It's not being talk. That's all going to stop. You're going to get to the heart of the matter, and you're going to know exactly what's going on. Okay. So that's the main question, is your main question. So we're back with Kimberly Lovejoy, and she's asking, she's going to have a PET scan done, and they're looking for sarcoid within her heart. Will the PET scan reveal the sarcoid? Is the PET scan going to reveal the sarcoid? She's saying yes. Okay. Will everything go up from there once they know what it is they're dealing with? They can begin to treat it properly. Can she heal from this and have a normal life? She's saying yes to these things. I don't know what you think, Kimberly, because I have no idea what the condition is, which is good in this case, I suppose. As tarot is answering your question wholly, it's not coming from me unless I hear something. Are there reasons to be optimistic and hopeful? And she's saying yes. Will she need will they be performing a biopsy for any reason after that, which is very invasive? It means entering the heart cavity. Yeah, okay, no. Yeah, no, it won't get to that, will it? She's saying that's right. It won't get to that. They're going to find what the problem is from the PET scan. Wonderful. Stop that. Okay. But you're going to know exactly what it is that you're dealing with. And you know, I'm not so convinced that 100% that it's sarcoid. They could find something else. That it's not sarcoid, that it's actually something else, but they know their stuff. But there is the chance, there's a slight chance here, because they're going in with the unknown. They're going in to get answers, and they could come out with a different answer than what anybody was expecting as well. But you're going to heal from it. You're going to live a normal life. Lilith put out good energy there on everything is going to be fine. That's what you have to focus on. You just have to go through these motions, but everything's going to be fine, Kimberly. Everything. That's beautiful. Really. Some people see that card and they think it's like the Ace of Spades too. That's a horrible thing. You know what I'm saying? So they're leaning towards, okay, myocarditis Alden. All right. Wow. Well, it's a good thing that they're catching these things for you, though. And now they can be treated. Thank you so much once again, Kimberly. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And who did I say was up next? I think it was Leanne was up next, if I'm not mistaken. But it's good you won't have to go through that biopsy, right? I mean, that makes a difference right there for you. Makes it easier. Yes, Leanne. Leanne, you're next. Thank you very much, Kimberly. Okay, Leanne, would you like to step forward and center? What do the cards want to tell you? Okay, got it. All right, this is for Leanne. You basically want an open reading, just whatever card comes up and see what it's got to bring to you. All righty, here we go. This is for Leanne. What is Spirit? What is Tarot? What messages does she need to be aware of? Up front and center. Now. Now. Okay. Oh, let me see here. My cards all flipped on me. They got a mind of their own today. What message do you have for Leanne? Just a general card. Yeah. Okay. And what has come up? Drum roll, please. Oh, geez. I haven't seen this card in a while. You got the Vortex, same as the Devil and the Rider's Waite. It's a card of temptation. It's a card of keeping you know what, together so that you don't fall apart. You don't get tempted. It's about self-discipline as well. It's about being prepared. It's about feeling expectant. But feeling like no matter what it is that comes to you that can be a challenge for you, you'll overcome it. You will overcome it. If you're trying to get over something now, because sometimes this card represents addictions of every way, shape, and form. And if there's something that you're struggling with to clear yourself from, don't give up, because look how close. Now they think they're caught and they're done deal. But if you look at how close the calm water is, don't give up or you'll never know how close you came. That's part of that card. And of course it would be Major Arcana as well. The Vortex reveals that you have become trapped by something in some way, shape, or form. You may be enslaved by your job, a financial contract like loans, or even love and lust. A common meaning of the Vortex is affairs. The situation means you feel you have little power and that another person or other parties or even a situation have control over you. You may be feeling attracted to a person or situation that will do you no good. For this reason, an additional meaning of the Vortex is addiction to substances or to love itself. However, your bondage is an illusion, and you can decide to break free whenever you choose. The advice: if you decide it's time to break an agreement or a habit, just do it, because it's going to be easier than you think it is. Don't let your circumstances dictate who you are. You take back your power. You're the one in the driver's seat of your life, not anybody else. Your keywords are choices and contracts, control, power, affairs, restrictions, and addictions. But you're going to get through it. You're going to get through whatever that was, because this isn't so much about everything gone wrong. It's highlighting and acknowledging some things that could have been wrong or are wrong, But it's also a card of encouragement, realizing your own power and how really you know, you're the captain of your ship. The only way anybody else gets the wheel to your boat is that you give it to them. When you don't allow that, you can come out of that. That can be habitual as well. Do you know that? That can be very much habitual as well. You kicked ass. That's fine. Negativity is like a sponge. It's that expression, misery loves company. So if you keep feeding it, it's not going to leave. It's not going to dissipate. It's not going to go anywhere because you keep feeding it, by being in that negative state of mind. Still left with a bitter taste in your mouth over what you went through and where you've come. These things don't happen overnight. These things, you got to be realistic. They take time for you to digest, break it open, break it apart, analyze it, turn it upside down, look it in, look it out, so that you understand it better. In the end, in the bigger picture, you have to say, que sera, sera. Really. It is what it is. What will be, will be. It may not make sense to you right now, Leanne, but down the road, it may make perfect sense why these things came to pass and why you were put through this. There will be some kind of reasoning for you. So that's coming there. Overall, you're going to make it through. When you finally make that crossover, you make the real decision, okay, that's it. I'm letting this go. I'm starting fresh. This sort of a thing. When you realize what a smooth transition that's going to be that you don't feel right now, but it will, you'll be going, if I'd known it was going to be this easy, if it was going to go this smoothly, I would have done this a long time ago. Yeah. But it's lessons learned. It's something you had to go through. You've gotten through. You're still alive. You're still here. You survived it. You survived it. That's the main thing. All right? That's the main thing. And now you take the control of your life back again, because it's yours. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Don't let anybody else steal your thunder in any way, shape, or form. And it is what will be, will be. It is the way it goes. But you can have a lot to say about what will be. But if you stay in that angry spot, that pissed off spot, that everything felt unfair, it didn't feel right, you can't. It's okay to feel that way. Just don't unpack and live there and stay there, is what you do. You move through the stages of whatever it is in order to work through it. You do grow through pain. And I'll tell you one thing about pain, you don't forget it. There's a lesson learned there, and you don't forget it. Thank you very much, Leanne. I'm wishing you the best of luck. You're going to get through. All right? You're going to get through. But you're the one that makes that decision. You're the one that directs the train. You know? So, let me see who else. There was somebody else that came after Leanne. Try to remember who it is. Let's see here. Sharita. Okay. Good question. Let's find out. Are you here, Sharita? You still up front and center here? Leanne. Okay, there you are. Wonderful. Okay, let me see. I'm just going to look at your question one more time. Sharita wants to know, will I find a new job this year that will enhance my career? That's what I thought. We're going back to the library again. You know, working in a library, this kind of a thing, right? So, hey. But Sharita wants to know, will she get a job that is going to enhance her career, her writing career? Is something that will support her career. Throwing yourself into the heart and the substance of what it is that she does and what her present, yes, what her talent is. Yeah. Hi, Jen. I've been here an hour and 15 minutes. I didn't want to wake you. I figured you might still be sleeping. Jen's on a different time clock. So I'm glad you're here, though. That's good. You're keeping busy. Keep working at your writing like you're going somewhere, like it's a movement, like you're going somewhere, you know? Keep going forward to it. Keep adding to, building like a repertoire, you might say, something like that. You're building a beautiful resume. Portfolio is what the word I was looking for. And the more you do, the more you have. You're being successful and productive as long as you're writing. Did he? That's what you're doing. You're building your craft is what you're doing. Is exactly what you're doing. You're going to have one heck of a portfolio and be proud to show that off to anybody. But you need a little job that's going to be right up your alley. You know what I'm saying? Right up your alley. Even working in a bookstore. Giving you a real good shuffle here, Sharita. Yes, Sharita, the song's in my head every time. I'm getting poked beneath the table here. Poke, poke, poke. What's up, Bear? Okay. Sharita going to be able to find some form of employment that will support and enhance her career. I'm going to cut right here. Really? The Knight of Swords and drama. What the heck is that all about? Let's see here. Watch it, Bear. I don't want to step on you, baby. It's my boy. There we go. I know, sweetie. There we go. These are good babies. Who's a good baby? Give me a kiss. Then I got to do a card. Give me a kiss. Thank you. Ew, wet ones. So with the Knights are kind of like pages sometimes. They bring information. They give you a heads up. They bring messages. But this one, he represents drama overall. This action-driven knight in the troublesome suit of swords brings a whirlwind of drama, confrontations, unexpected blocks, disruptions to plans in a relationship, insecurity, and arguments. Holy lifting, Sharita. You're going to have a fight on your hands, and there's little that you can do to avoid the upheaval that it's going to bring. On the plus side, you know exactly with what and whom you are dealing. Advice of the card: avoid being drawn into drama more than is necessary, and try not to take this setback personally. This is somebody else's fight. It's not yours. It's almost like, you know, you're in the line of fire, an innocent bystander getting sucked into the void there. Keywords are battles and confrontation and stress, unstoppable force, manipulation, immaturity, instability. This is your family. Could this be your sister? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. This is a family issue, I feel, for you, Sharita. That's kind of like, that's what I'm getting off the card. It's something to do with the family member. I know you're having problems, and I know, but still, there's something going on there, unless it makes sense to you in another way. But it shows that you never caused this, whatever it is. This is someone that can't mind their business, keep their mouth shut, keep their own business to themselves, and stay out of yours, kind of a thing. Accusatory, I don't know what of, but you're being accused of something. Your reaction to something, whether you don't care, you didn't do anything, you don't care. You know, it's this kind of a song and dance that's going on with this. Try to avoid being drawn into any kind of drama, no more than is necessary anyway. Try to not take the setback personally. It's their fight, not yours. This is a card of action. Things happening. Whirlwind of drama. Unexpected blocks. Confrontation. Arguments. This card is indicating you've got a fight on your hands here, and there's little that you can do to avoid the upheaval it brings. You're not going to be able to avoid it. But on the plus side, you'll know exactly with, what, and whom that you're dealing with. I know you don't want to. I'm sorry. You didn't even go looking for this. That's not what you wanted to hear. Let me think for a minute. Let me pull Lilith and see if she's got anything to say about this at all. Well, ask specifically about your work-related question. This is for Sharita. Sharita's looking for some employment, but she would like to work in a capacity in an area that reflects her own work, that supports her own work, that there's a connection that she can really relate to. Is there a job out there like that for Sharita with her name written all over it? Is the right job out there for Sharita that'll support her writing career, foster it? I wish I could see. I wish I could be shown what the hell it is, because sometimes I do get lucky. I don't even think it, like, ideally would be a bookstore. I don't think so, though. Bookstores are closing, and they have been since the internet, left, right, and center. There's some around. There's a few around. I'm hearing antiquities, antiques. I don't know why. But Lilith says you'll find something, is what she's saying. But that's what I heard, antiquities, like an antique shop or store. And I don't know how that would support your writing, though. Is Sharita going to be able to feed more into her passion of writing? Is she going to be able to feed it more than she does already? That's the main thing, is having that freedom. She's a little off kilter. She's not liking the questions that I'm throwing at her. I don't know why. It's about an antique store? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Isn't that something? That's food for thought. It did. It came right in. I was thinking a bookstore, and then it was like, logically, it'd be hard to find a bookstore to work in. And then I just seen antiquities, and I said antique store. That's amazing. There's your message. There's a message in there. Maybe this was just to reinstill your faith in the universe, and faith in your fate, your destiny. It could have come in for that reason, but that is amazing. That's amazing. Wow. Hello, Susan G. That just amazes me. It really, really does. Something is going to come along. You're darn right. You know what? And you'll say, it was worth the waiting. The waiting. The waiting can be killer sometimes. But yes, finding something that is going to support your career is very important. Very important. Okay. And your ears too. Your ears open as well, right? One thing you are that's good about you, though, is that you're focused. You're really focused in. Um, well, here's the thing. It's almost like love. And people go, oh, they're crazy. Oh, that guy or that girl, she's obsessed. There's the thing about love. It is an obsession. There's the thing about desires of any kind. And most people obsessed about becoming an actor, obsessed about the arts, obsessed about being a singer and being a big star, obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. Those are the people that are successful. They live, they breathe it, they embrace it. Yeah, they still live life every day, the mundane and all that. But they're so focused. People say you're crazy, you're obsessed. Well, yes, you have to be obsessed in order to get what you want sometimes. That's very, very true. Very, very, very true. And that's what you need to do. It's always forefront and center while you're still living your normal everyday moments through your day, but that's forefront and center. Almost like a built-in radar. There's stuff that could benefit you in that way. You keep your radar turned on and fine-tuned and check out anything that you think is a possibility that could work in your favor. But as Lilith said, you will get there. You are going to get there. It's coming. It's just slow to come. If it came too easy, you might walk away too easy. So you remember the struggles and the patience that you had to have. Just remember me. Hey, remember me when you make it big, right? When Steven Spielberg says, I want to make her movie, her story, I want to make it a movie. Don't forget who I am. You're in Ontario, are you, Susan G? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think there was somebody else that had the same name, but I don't think you're the same person. This is Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie, and I'm the reader. You're going to remember me? I hope so. I hope so. I love the title of that story, though. The Antique Store. Boys, I'd like to read that myself. I bet you it's good. I bet you it's good. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to stay on too much longer. Thanks, Jen. No way. Isn't that interesting? You never know, you just never know. Yep, if anybody is not membered or joined up with the channel, please subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss any notifications every time Bay of Fundy Fortune posts something. Also, if you'd like, we can be found on Facebook, and our group is closed and it's private. Everything and everybody has to be pre-approved coming in. It's a very lovely group. It's a calm group. It's educational. It's extremely supportive. It's a nice place to just be. It's not a place to drum up business. I don't do any of that in there. So it's just a place for us all to come together and share our way of life, you might say. Okay, we've got one more coming in here. Oh, Sharita again. Let's see. Come on now. Okay, Sharita's saying she selected 9 writing projects this year to work on. Will I succeed with them this year? Okay, let's see. Sharita's had 9 writing projects this year. Is she going to be successful with them this year? That's a lot of writing. 9 projects, wow. Sharita is going to have 9 writing projects this year. Is she going to be successful with them within the year? Within this year? Okay. Cut. Oh, interesting. This is very interesting. You have to put in the work. The card that you got was the Hanged Man, feeling like you're in limbo. And I suppose that does fit you. I mean, in a perfect world, we'd have what we want like that. If we don't get things like that, and we know we've got to put the time and the work into, you can feel like you're going nowhere fast. But it's just a feeling. It's just a conception, right? A misconception, you might call it. Beautiful major arcana as well. The Hanged Man. When the Hanged Man arrives in your reading, you cannot move forward. Stuck in limbo. You may be wishing for a decision to be made, or generally feel that some aspects of your life are on hold as a relationship or projects remain static. This lack of control can leave you frustrated, and you may decide to reach a compromise rather than hang around much longer. However, the Hanged Man is asking you to stay calm and think through your options rather than rush to find an instant way out of a bind. This need not be time wasted either, after all. The advice is use this time waiting to see your situation in a new light. Change your perspective. Look at it more objectively, and then come back at it again. Find alternative perspectives. There you go. You may find ingenious solutions or gain some very valuable insight. So you're not coming out empty-handed while you're going through this. You're gaining here. Keywords are waiting, time, frustration, sacrifice, insight, purpose, and viewpoints. And viewpoints do matter for you. It just shows you being kind of stuck. You're not dead in the water. You're just temporary. It's temporary. Temporarily kind of feel like you're stuck a little bit. And you want to see more going out and more feedback coming in. Hi, this is Susie too. Let me ask Lilith, Sharita. Okay. Oops, there we go. Okay. Okay, Lilith, Sharita has 9 projects that she's taken on for this year, 9 writing projects. And Sharita wants to know if there'll be some growth and success within this year concerning the work that she's going to put in for these writing projects. She's going to get some feedback, positive feedback. She's going to be feeling like I'm finally moving ahead. I'm finally moving ahead. I'm getting further ahead. That's a lot of work to take on. Shows you in a fever pitch of writing. Slow down. Enjoy the process of writing. Don't feel like you're under the gun to complete something, because you can complete something that's not all that great. Well, yeah, I finished it. Yeah, well, you know, you're more concentrated on finishing than the quality and the substance of the written work. Concentrate on that. Let time take care of itself, Sharita. You just put your nose to the grindstone and be your beautiful self, right in your own special kind of way. Let you shine through each character, each situation, embellish, enrich your stories. You've got stories to tell, and you let everything else take care of itself. Just follow the protocols when it comes to outside people reading your work. Just go through the motions, follow the protocols. But you're to focus mainly on your reading, not what happens after you're done writing, but focus on your writing, not your reading. Focus on your writing, and don't give a thought to what comes next after that or the feedback. You need to let that go. Once you send it off, it's gone. And you can't obsess about it. Move on to the next thing. You put your dedication and your work through, it will pay off for you, Sharita. It'll pay off. Sharita going to see success by the end of 2020 when it comes to her writing. Will she be successful? She's got right excited. She just picked up real quick here. She's a lot faster than what she was a second ago. There she goes. Wow. Okay, you're doing a lot of traveling here, girlfriend. A lot of experience, a lot of living going on. She's adamant about it. Look at her go. That's what you need to do, Sharita. You need to really put your nose down and you focus completely on the creation of your story and making it as rich as you can possibly make it. And don't even think about the stuff afterwards that you have to do with it, sending it off and all that. Don't even think about that when you're writing. You focus right in. And once you get it finished and it's good enough, you've done enough drafts, send one off and you get immediately started in the next one so that you are constantly in that. It's almost like working a muscle, right? You work out for 5 days and then do nothing for 5 days. How sore are you going to be? And stiff. You need to keep the wheels up here turning and keep them well oiled. Hi, Linda. There you go. I don't know. Did you see her swing? She hasn't swung like that in a long, long time. A long time. That's right. Keep feeding your creativity. Keep feeding your creativity. Yes. Wow. I don't know. I got a good feeling. But it all comes down to self-application, right? Applying yourself. And really, you got to feed your creativity and your inspiration. And then, you know, the story's going through your head and you get to share that. Hey, you know. She swung really well. She did. I haven't seen that much life in her in a long time. So that's saying something for you, Sharita. It really is. You're heading in the right direction. You truly are. You're doing very well. You may not feel that in the moment, but you are. You're doing the right thing, heading in the right direction. Absolutely. And who else do we have? Susan Carafolo. Susan Carafolo. What's your question, Susan? Right on. Right on, Sharita. I don't know yet, Jennifer. I'm just waiting. I've got another one coming. Susan, where are you, Susan? Oh dear, where did she go? Where? Susan Garofalo. Oh, really, Linda? Huh. Okay, Susan G, you're girl. Okay. You want to know about your work at this point. All right. Oh my God, I'm just got it in for dropping cards here tonight. So I drop. Opportunity, Page of Pentacles. Let's see. You're welcome, Susan. No problem at all. Okay. What's up for work with Susan? What's up for work with Susan? Gosh. But that page that just popped up, the pop out, that could have been indicative of opportunities coming up at work for you to move into another department, another position, moving up. There's growth. Come on, guys, work with me here. Thank you, Denise. Okay, we'll do it again. You're going to be that stubborn about it. Cards are fighting back with me. Okay, try this again. What's up with work for Susan J? What's coming towards her? Let us see what's coming towards her. All right. It's just a little humidity in here. That's why they're starting to kind of stick together a bit. A Three of Pentacles. Recognition. That's a great card. That's a wonderful card. So I'm seeing some kind of movement within your job. I'm seeing probably basically being awarded a new position or offered a new position. It's a card showing growth and a lot of activity. The days aren't drumming by mundanely at work. There's stuff, there's changes happening, there's new things coming in, old things going out, some shifting around. You're going to be part of that shift for sure. You're going to be part of that shift for sure. A shift, not shit, shift for sure. A lot of activity with the three. A lot of activity with the three. So, here we go. This is for you, Susan. It's time for acknowledgement as your work is going to be receiving some positive attention. Whether making a speech, organizing an event, or demonstrating your skill to others, your success is probably going to be a little more public than it is private. On the home front, this three can show that now is the time for you to make your home presentable so that you can sell it if you're thinking on doing so, or even renovate or redecorate your property. Whatever you do now, take pride in it. Your work will have a lasting effect. The advice is show off your work and be proud of your achievements. Further success is in the cards. Keywords are reputation, learning, skill, performance, reward, security, and completion. That's what I said. You're going to be offered another position. If you apply for another position, that will work as well. That will work as well. But you're moving in your work. You're not stuck in one position in your job. That's changing. That's what's going on at work for you, Susan. All good stuff. Good stuff. No, that's pretty good. Look forward to it. Start getting excited. There's going to be some changes for you. Somebody's going to recognize your worth to the company, your employer, whatever. They're going to recognize your worth. You're an asset. You're very welcome, Susan. Congratulations already. There you go. Let me see where we're at here. Okay. Not where I want it to be, but I haven't eaten supper yet, and we've got to get something to eat and all that good stuff. I'm just going to close her down for now. I might come back later on. I'm not sure. I can't promise, but we'll see. But for now, thank you for those that have been here. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your interest. It's been a slice. It's been fun, but I got to go eat. There's the bottom line right there. So we're going to say goodnight for now. And maybe later, I don't know, but we'll see, because we're coming up. Yeah. Till next time, you're welcome, Linda. You're welcome, Sharita. You're welcome, all of you. Thank you. Appreciate it very, very much. Keep the peace in, my friends. You can share your love and your light out with the rest of the world. Thank you, Jennifer, for popping in, too. Glad you were here. All right, good night, everybody. At least good night for now. But it's not goodbye. See you soon. That's what we'll say. See you soon.